plot twist for the 5 Ninth Doctors video. That number is incorrect. Hello everyone, welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette. This is a show where I, Ryan, and Alan, the wheel, who will be joining us very shortly, take submissions from you guys, and then we put them in the wheel, which is Alan. I introduced him before. He's a very lovely chap. He's very excited to see all of you. He's always very excited to see all of you. And then we do a little spin and we see where that takes us. And it's always a very wonderful journey. And I've already had some fun submissions for today. But we can take a mo before I start putting them on, because I know it takes a while for people to come in. So in the meantime, let's take a look at some random pages. Always fun to do that at the start of a roulette. And yeah, how's everyone doing? Oh wow, you have a list, Xavier. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just put a couple of random pages in the wheel too. Let's see. Oh, this one looks fun. Right. I'm glad you were right, Cookie Boy. What did everyone think of Dot and Bubble, by the way? I enjoyed it a lot. So, yeah. Hexadecimal machine code. Hexadecimal machine code was the language used in poetry by Servo, a maintenance droid in the Haven. Servo's poems rhymed in hexadecimal, but as Lucy Miller pointed out, did not rhyme when translated to English. The 8th Doctor understood hexadecimal and had no trouble translating one of Servo's poems. Hashtag, is that, oh wait, no, this is before hashtags. This is like that era of Big Finish. So it would be £4, 2, £4, 3, 6, £C, B, £2, £8, £8, 8, £3, FD, £0, £2. Beautiful. Translated into English, it's, I look out at the stars and I feel my life is insignificant, but then I look again and I feel glad to be alive. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. What a banger of a random page we've landed on right at the start. Another of Servo's poems, which also rhymed, translated to, my friend was dismantled before his expiration date was due, but I carry his memory with me, because if you are carried in the memory of others, you've never truly been dismantled. Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, do we have any more? Oh wow, we have a lot. Okay, let me just add these on real quick. So yeah, Gallifrey's solar system. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Canonicity, Ma Baker, mission, find Lilith, okay, webcast, Olivia, Rodrigo, let's see, Taylor Swift, what's next, Syl and the Avian Uprising. Syl and the Alien Uprising. I'll put that one on there real quick. Hang on. Syl and let's see. Meowsicles. What? Meowsicles. Oh, how do I even say that? I suppose it doesn't matter as long as I spell it correctly. Mystery Shack. Oh no. That sounds a bit Warren Heaven-y. I enjoyed it. I found that social media has been very reductive in its treatment of it, ironically not understanding its point, reinforcing the epistemic bubbles therein, often regarding race. Yeah, I agree. I think it's interesting because, like, people do just live in self-looping algorithms now that just encourage us to hate each other. It really is kind of on point. And I know there's like a lot of kind of Russell Boomerisms in there, but he also does kind of get why it's bad. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought that Callie Kays, the lady who played Lindy, she was excellent. She's one of the best bit characters that we've had, like, on the show in, like, a very long time. Just amazing story, very Twilight Zone-esque. That ending as well, like, wow. Wow. Really good. Really, really good. Okay, let's see, where am I? I was on Mystery Shack, and I can see that there's a bunch more now. William Russell. Alright. TARDIS Revocation. Planet, an Unearthly Child. Ooh. Okay, I'll put that on. These are all really good choices. Let's see. No spoilers, please, for Dot and Bubble and 73 Yards. My computer committed not being alive, so I haven't been able to watch them yet. Yeah, I tried to avoid spoilers as much as I could. It's really good, though. I recommend. Let's see. Mentor, unproduced novel. Younger World Story. What else we got? Rest in peace, William Russell. Yeah. Tea Time. Tea Time. He didn't. Did he die? I didn't know that William Russell died. That's really sad. Oh my god. I thought that was an entry for a second. Jesus. Let's see. One, the Book of the. Oh no. Oh no. Sill's a good one. Yeah. Let's see. Remake. Hi, by the way, Soto. Let's see. Mimic Octopus. That sounds fun. Octopus. He died today! Oh my god! Oh my god, rest in peace, William Russell. Wow. He died yesterday according to his obituary. Well, I mean, still. Jeez. It's really lucky they got him in Power of the Doctor then. I hope, like, his family's okay and stuff. I don't know, even when people are, like, older, it's still, like, a big hit. Sad. Did you get Aztec Calendar, Canonicity, and Adolf Hitler? I did in fact get those 3 things, yes. It's I can't believe I just found that out, like, on a live stream. My goodness. Going metal, I'm slightly late. That's okay. Glad to have you here. I was a little bit late as well. It's fine. The live chat wasn't working, but I think we're good now. Did I miss anything? I probably missed some stuff. Bastian Phelps. I'll put that one on. Yeah, it's weighing on everyone today. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a big shock. It, like, took me a second to recognize that the information was even real. Like, wow. Ian Chesterton is still one of my favorite companions. Very valid. He is, like, one of the best companions. I feel like a lot of the traits that we associate with the Doctor now come from Ian Chesterton. So, you know, I don't know. You can't really understate how important he was. I think that, like, if we didn't have a lot of the things that he did with that character, then the show probably wouldn't have had the longevity that it did, because they needed a base point to, like, go forward after William Hartnell and stuff. I don't know. He's wonderful. I love those early stories. They're so good. They're so, like, brutal on, like, a physical, like, visceral level compared to stuff now. Like, a lot of the stories are just the characters trying to survive an incredibly hostile environment, and, like, I love that. It's so good. Anyway, back to adding stuff to the wheel. Daleks invade. Whoa, okay, yeah. I'll put that on. Oh, let me just... Alright. Bam. Baby! Ian Chesterton died. I know! TARDIS exterior. There is a good chance that I will have missed something. And if that's the case, then I'm always very sorry about that. Are we still adding to Alan Von Wheel? We add continuously through this show. Because the wheel gets thinner and thinner as we go. So if you guys still want to add stuff, go ahead. Just remind me if I miss any of them. You know what I mean? Right, so let's begin. Let's start with spinning the wheel. Does everyone want to see the wheel? Here is the wheel. Here is Alan, and he's looking mighty healthy today, I have to say. Right, who is ready to go? I think we should spin it, but I'm not sure, because every time I spin it, it can't be unspun, and that's a lot of responsibility to deal with. Alan is filled with creamy goodness. Yeah, you can say that again. Did you add the last fruit from chat? Bird Ben Pickles? Oh, I did not. Hang on. There. I added Bird and Ben Pickles. Is there anything else? You may have to copy and paste these two. Which two? Yeah, I got those. I got those in there. Oh, I got some suggestions from Toyota. Okay. Okay. There we go. Lee Ji Yong. I'll put that in there. And Bessie Comic Home. I will put that in there. Bessie Come Home, even. Aesthetic Beam Locator. Is that related in any way to etheric beam locators? Susan, a town called Mercy. Alright. Watersaw. Oh god. Watersaw. I love watersaws. I love watersaws so much. They're great. One in particular is especially wonderful, though. I think we all know that. The Laughing Gnome. Yes. I'll take that. I will take that off your hands. You misspelled one. Oh no, which one did I misspell? I feel like it's this one. Is it like this? By any chance? Remake. Remake is on there. Oh, rematch. Rematch. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I just made a fool of myself, guys. Watch me unmake a fool of myself. There we go, see? Everything's fine now. Alright, rematch. Let's fix that. There we go. Whoa! Okay. Typing is hard typing is hard sometimes. Yes, that's very true. Right. I think that we should get going with this. Personally, peoples. So let's spin at a wheel. I think we've got enough to get going now. But if you want to add more, you can always feel free to add more. If you're new or you haven't joined the Discord yet, please do join the Discord. We have a fun time in there. And yeah, let's get going. Let's spin the wheel. Bird. Yeah, bird. This is going to be a really good one. I can feel it. I can feel it. I know what kind of chaos, like, seemingly innocuous things have on the TARDIS Wiki. Oh, this one's gonna be really good. I can tell. Okay. Bird was a type of animal found on Earth and many other planets. They were famously capable of flying. Pros: the Scarlet Empress. They were famously capable of flying. The curator stated that birds are excellent theoretical physicists. Birdie was named after his fondness for birds. Birds were used by humans to study the effects of certain chemicals, as is the case of their use to test a new chemical weapon in 1943. That got really depressing really fast. That was like really funny and whimsical, and then Femric comes in with like the fucking Zyklone B. My god. Alright. A bird mistook the first Doctor Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright as insects after they had shrunk. The bird was later scared off by a human. What's a human? Right. In the epoch of Perry Brown, some species of bird were almost extinct. What the fuck? Oh god. I barely remember that. I barely remember the Mark of the Rani. What I mostly remember is the Doctor going down the hill strapped to the minecart. That's a great moment in that. And the guy who gets turned into a tree. That's also a pretty good moment. Right. In 2013, the increased radiation, spread of silicone quartz in the water, and the decline of local fish resulted in the death of local bird populations, such as gannets, gulls, and puffins. In the early 2020s, birds in Peru and the Madagascar became infected with Praxeus after they had consumed microplastic particles. They were noticed to have strange behavior. Strange behavior being murder. When imprisoned inside his confession dial, the word bird was used by the 12th Doctor to remind each copy of himself generated from the dial's hard drive to punch an asbantium wall, blocking his exit after the dial. The Doctor got this idea from the Brothers Grimm's tale of a bird that chiseled away at a diamond mountain by sharpening its beak on the mountain many times over hundreds of years. The Doctor remarked that it must have been one hell of a bird. Types of birds on Earth. Okay, folks, here we go. Speed round. Let's do this. Let's diggity do this. Okay. Ostrich, dodo, penguin, parrot, sparrow, pigeon, chicken, swan, turkey, owl, dongchow chicken, great auk cockapoo, paradise parrot, passenger pigeon, Phorusaphus, sandpiper, tau duck, hummingbird, kestrel, duck, carrier pigeon, curlew, kingfisher, crow, hawk, emperor penguin, rook, gannet, puffin, seagull, quail, vulture, wandering albatross, nightingale, pheasant, swallow, geese, eagle, plover, capercaillie, peacock, starling, rupels, griffin, vulture, albatross, robin, mynah, cormorant, guillemot, razorbeak, kittiwake, Canadian goose, blue jay, archaeopteryx, and raven. There we go. That's a lot of birds. That's a hell of a lot of birds. Is that every kind of bird? I don't think it is. There's got to be some that I missed there. Right. Beyond Earth. The first Doctor, John and Gillian, visited a planet inhabited by giant birds, which briefly captured them, but they escaped with the aid of an ugly animal. Is it just called Ugly? It is just called Ugly Animal as well. I'll take a look at that in a second. The Galliari revered birds. The Sixth Doctor used their birds to defeat Voshkar. The planet Pharos was inhabited by intelligent metal birds. The devil birds of Corbo were robots designed to resemble birds. Talking sentient birds existed on Hyspero. They were very fond of being told stories, and could get violent if their chosen storyteller tried to slip away from them. Like Earth birds, Hesperon birds could fly. That's a fun story. I like that. That's like a fairy tale. That has kind of a where the world things are vibe to it. Birds existed on Gallifrey, two such species being the trunkikes and the snapping wartfowl. A Dalek which had penetrated the sky branches above Arcadia was briefly suggested by a Time Lord soldier to be a bird from the distance. During the waning years of the Thousand-Year War on Skaro, a young Davros discovered several birds who had died from radiation poisoning and fallen out of the sky. This led him to study the effects of radiation on DNA, research that ultimately led to the creation of the Daleks. During the reign of the new Dalek paradigm, birds were flying in the skies of a ruined Skaro when the 11th Doctor met Darla von Carlson. Fun fact there. Pigeon the Christmas invasion. Oh dear. I will look in a second. Ugly animal. The ugly animal was of a cat-like species native to an unnamed planet. It antagonized John, who quickly scared it off. Later, after John and Gillian had been captured by giant birds, it and the First Doctor rescued them. After this, John never decided to be unkind to animals again. That's great. Oh dear. What is this? I just want to know. I'm just putting it in. I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules because I'm curious. I'm putting it in. Oh dear, that's wonderful. Oh. Fucking, I'm at a loss for words, guys. I feel like if I laugh any harder, my head's gonna fall off. A pigeon was present in London on 24th of December 2006. Mickey Smith ran past them when he heard the TARDIS materializing. Species, pigeon. Place of origin, England. Appearance, the Christmas invasion. Oh, that's so good, guys. That's so fucking good. All right, let's go. Let's go. Right. Let's go back to the wheel. Let's get another article off the wheel, guys. 1 second. That like broke my brain. I hope you realize that. I hope you know what you've done there. That might be my favorite moment from this entire show so far. That's great. Oh, make that pigeon the protagonist. Hell yeah. Best character. Absolutely. The pigeon in the Christmas invasion. You have to keep that page up. You have to. Did I see the few pages you've suggested above? Let's look good. I'll add those on. I'll add those on real quick. Colin. The World Tree. So like, I really hurt my tooth the other day, and it's still very achy. So I'm a little slow today. But I'm going to bear with it, because you are my people, and I love you all very deeply. here we go. I keep on getting like hurt. This just always been the case though. It's fine. Charm, have you seen this man? No, I have not seen this man. Have you seen this man? Lamppost. I put lamppost on. I did. Oh. It's 2 P's. Okay. And Rubos. Those are probably some really good ones. I think we need to take... I think we're ready to spin this wheel now. Yeah. Yeah! Cameo from right from scratch there. Noodle incident. Noodle incident. Okay, nice. The fucking wheel, guys. Jesus Christ. What did it even land on? Gallifreyan solar system. Okay. Okay, I can get behind that. Let me just try and highlight it. And go in here and put it in and get it ready for you wonderful people. Alright, Gallifreyan solar system. This one looks exciting. I bet there's going to be a lot of fun facts on this one. Lots of lore to be had here. I say again, Johnny Chess. You will not regret including him today. I'll put Johnny Chess on. Hold on. I'll do that real quick before we explore this article. And all of the lore that's inside it. I'm fine with that. Johnny Chess. There we go. You're very welcome. Right. Gallifreyan solar system. The Gallifreyan solar system, by one account known as the Kasterborous system, was the solar system containing Gallifrey. Gallifrey was frequently described as being located in the constellation of Kasterborous at galactic coordinates 10-0-11-00/02 from Galactic Zero Center. The number of accounts suggested that the planet was located in the same galaxy as Earth. The War Games. Doctor Who. Although the first known account to name Earth's galaxy as a spiral showed the Time Lords referring to it from a seemingly external perspective. TV, The Deadly Assassin. Several accounts placed it more or less at the center of its galaxy. Indeed, I.M. Foreman once specified to the 8th Doctor that it wasn't in the exact dead center, but it's as close as you can get without ending up in a black hole. The 8th Doctor explained to humans Grace Holloway and Chang Li that Gallifrey was on the other side of your galaxy and 250 million light years away from Earth. Yeah, I know, but that's just explaining it in like Americanese though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Another put Gallifrey 30,000 light years from Earth. It was described as the shining world of the Seven Systems. I believe there's some lore asserting that it's a constellation from the Minions' perspective, which is sensible. Is it? By I don't know. I don't know. Is that's I don't know. Is it? You have to explain that one to me, because I'm lost. I'm a lost lamb in the woods. I'm a funny joke man. In ancient times. Oh, okay. By some accounts, Gallifrey had 2 suns. On Gallifrey, the second star seemed to rise in the east in the morning, making the mountains glow. Both set in the south. The monk believed that the homeworld had not originally been part of a binary system, but had been retroactively engineered into one by he of many epithets as a precaution during the war against the vampires. the interaction of the orbital patterns of the two suns creating a shifting interference pattern in the daylight, which meant that even vampires resistant to ordinary sunlight could not walk on the homeworld without burning. That's really interesting. Because of these mad orbital mechanics, the planet had an unconventional day-night terminator, as the monk put it. The region in darkness shrank like an iris and closed like a fist. Other accounts clearly held the planet to have a single primary sun, described as large and golden red. The Book of the War referenced the homeworld sun in the singular. Well, we all know that the Book of the War is more canon than the TV show, so... In one version of reality, Gallifrey and Earth shared the same gravity, the same distance from the same type of sun, and with the same length of day and year, a fact which fascinated the Time Lords. Pros, the Infinity Doctors. The system contained 5 other planets, among them Khan, Reeve, and Polifrey, as well as an asteroid named Casterbarus the Fibster. Was there lag? Ooh, I'm sorry if there was lag. I don't remember. Did you do Fleet of Alien Monsters Attempted Destruction of Earth? I don't know. I'll put it on there though. I'll pop it on. No worries. No worries. I'm happy to do that. There, it's on there. Cool. Cultural significance. One Gallifreyan symbol represented the Gallifreyan solar system. It appeared on the sticky note the Ninth Doctor kept on his TARDIS scanner. It also appeared on the back of the fob watches used by the 10th Doctor and the War Master. On the last day of the Time War, following an unsuccessful attempt by Rassilon to take the planet out of the time lock which had contained the conflict, all incarnations of the Doctor relocated Gallifrey to a parallel pocket universe, whilst it was being subjected to orbital bombardment by the Dalek fleet, resulting in the near extinction of the Daleks. Missy later claimed to the 12th Doctor that the Time Lords had returned to the planet in its original location in the universe, although he went there and found nothing. He later discovered that the Time Lords had placed Gallifrey at the end of the universe. The planet Khan also existed in the post-Time War universe, with the Sisterhood of Khan maintaining a connection with Gallifrey, which Rassilon resented. The Spy Master, however, recalled to the 13th Doctor that Gallifrey was still hiding in its little bubble universe when he returned and ravaged the planet. The lore is irreconcilable with the minion stuff. Oh. See how the Time Lords name their constellation after the astrologer Casterbarus in an all too rare display of humour. Time Lords don't have humour. That had to be a complete coincidence. All right, let's take a look at another one. Okay. Yeah, we partying now. All right. That one is the one that Alan has chosen, and therefore that one, Planet an Unearthly Child, will be the one that gets looked at on the show Tardis Wiki Roulette, which happens to be live right now, in case those of you didn't know. Did you know? Didn't you know? That's a real mystery, but we're not here about solving mysteries, we're here about finding mysteries, and then leaving them mysterious, thus making it harder for them to solve, because we usually contaminate the scene. I'm sorry guys, I had to. See you later, James. The bit about Time Lord's humour comes from the framing narrative of Short Trip Zodiac, which is an extremely dry piece about really detailed lore about neo-astrology in the Doctor Who universe. I got bored of covering it. Uh-oh, I think Chibnall is possessing you. Why is Chibnall possessing me? What's wrong? What happened? Alright. Planet Unearthly Child. Needless exposition. I know. Gotta love needless exposition, though. You see, I'm using this microphone here to record, and I'm using my mouth, and sound is coming out of my mouth. And the sound that's coming out of my mouth, it goes into the microphone, it goes through the computer, it goes across what we used to call in the 90s the information superhighway, and then it eventually reaches your eyes and ears through your computer or phone or whatever device you watch this show through. And then after it reaches you through that device, it will make you happy, at least for a little while. Planet, an unearthly child. The original home planet of the Doctor and Susan was unclear how the Doctor's shifting timelines and alterations to their biodata, thus giving many potential identities. The Doctor's home planet was as distant as a night star, although generally similar to Earth. However, some accounts actually identified the Doctor's home planet as Earth, while many later accounts identified it as Gallifrey. Boring. Boring answer. Loser answer. It's an answer for the week. That's what that is. Gallifrey. Fucking Gallifrey. Honestly. Who do you think you're fooling, Rassilon? Let's take a look. Susan, upon traveling with Marco Polo, said that she had many homes. When Barbara Wright asked if the TARDIS was Susan's home, Susan replied, "Yes, well, at least it's the only home I have now." Later in the same conversation, Susan told Ian and Barbara of her and the Doctor's origins, saying she was born in another time, another world. The first Doctor and Susan were exiles from their own world, cut off without friends or protection. According to one account, the Doctor told Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright that he and Susan were wanderers who were cut off from their planet and separated from it by millions upon millions of years. Later, Ian wondered if the planet of the Doctor and Susan had come from practiced customs such as marriage, after contemplating what would happen if Susan would stop travelling in the TARDIS in favour of marriage. Ah, the 1960s. Doctor Who in an exciting adventure with the Daleks. Wonderful. Wonderful. This page could do with a mention of Jewel, to be honest. Yeah, it should. Just like that video what I made. Susan told Ping Cho that her phone was as far away as a night star relative to Cafe. Susan later mentioned that her and the Doctor's home planet was similar to Earth, but at night the sky was a burnt orange and the trees had silver leaves. It's nice that they put that in the new show. Susan even wished to return to her home eventually, speaking of her home with melancholic nostalgia, having left a very long time ago. This account, however, also contained a difference regarding the Doctor's species, as the Doctor did not refer to himself as human. Later accounts, however, identified the planet as Gallifrey. TV, the sound of drums. Stephen Taylor once asked the Doctor if he and the monk came from the same planet, which the Doctor confirmed. However, regretfully, he also added that he had 50 years before the monk. Stephen himself thought that the Doctor and monk behaved exactly like a couple of old codgers discussing vintage cars. When Stephen stormed out of the TARDIS after learning that the Doctor did not take an opportunity to spare Anne Chaplet from the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre, the Doctor suggested to himself that, having lost so many of his travelling companions, that he should return to his home planet, but acknowledged that he could not. It's sad. Whilst the prisoner of the Daleks on Skaro during an Operation Human Factor, the second Doctor briefly mused that he could take Jamie McCrimmon, Victoria and Ian Waterfield and Theodore Maxtable back to his home planet. At this point, the Daleks believed that the Doctor had become more than human as a result of having travelled through too much through time. TV, the evil of the Daleks. That's wonderful. How do you make that make sense, right? After the 8th Doctor made a deal with a Boyer faction paradox, a memory from a memory, so that the Doctor could locate Griffin, he realised that the Doctor had not taken a memory but altered his biodata. The boy, alongside various versions of himself from the relative future, mocked the Doctor for his shifting past. Let's see. Ooh. Let's read this. This is probably quite juicy. You can with complicated technobabble. I suppose that's true. That's true from a certain point of view. Maybe you didn't used to have a father. Maybe you're living in the middle of a time war. Maybe there's an enemy out there who's rewriting you when you're not looking. Maybe you weren't always half human, but now you've become always half human. Maybe you weren't always a Time Lord, but you've always been a Time Lord. Maybe you originally came from some planet in the 49th century, fleeing from the enemy who'd overrun your home, and you've just been written and rewritten and overwritten over time. The Doctor gets bullied by the other Time Lords for having an unstable timeline is hysterical. I mean, when you think about it from, like, the Time Lord's point of view, isn't that a little bit like picking on a disabled kid? You know what I mean? Because, like, if their timeline stability and they're, like, meant to be the managers of time, and, like, the Doctor's timeline is, like, fractured because of something they cannot control, then, yeah, that is absolutely like picking on a disabled kid. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. In parallel universe, Martin Bannister was uncertain whether or not to make it explicit that Doctor Who and Susan Who came from Venus in the 49th century. Good old Deadline. That's really funny. I fucking love Rob Shearman. He's the best. Ironically, the Time Lords themselves didn't originally exist. Yeah. So does that mean that, like, the Time Lords are like a sub-construct of the Doctor's reality? Like, whatever malevolent force is, like, shaping the Doctor's reality around them, basically, like, OC'd the Time Lords into existence? Because that's pretty interesting. Huh. We so need to make chronodivergence a thing. You do. You do. That's very true. Imagine being a chronotypical. Can you imagine? Right. The unnamed planet in the 49th century, the home of the Doctor and... Wait, go to what? Young World Story? Where's that? The Doctor is conceptually older than the Time Lords from multiple angles, both in and out of the fiction. That is very true. That is very, very true. My headcanon is that the becoming more than human through time travel means that his timeline had begun to be corrupted by this point, which leads to the creation of the Time Lords retroactively. That's a good theory. That's a very good theory. Aristide ties Nahwin's hand out. Hey, I don't decide what articles we look at, okay? The wheel decides what articles we look at. That is how it works. That is how it has always worked, okay? Now let's take a look at what the wheel has to say. Yeah! Syl and the Alien Uprising. Let me just whack that into the wiki real quick. And then we can take a look. Yeah. It's taken a second. Let's see what you have to say. The behind the scenes section contains lore. Does it? Oh! Oh, shit. Hold on, I'll go back to the lore. The juicy lore! It's fine. It's fine. There'll be another time for Syl and the Alien Uprising. We're never looking at it again. That was your chance. One is gone forever. The unnamed planet in the 49th century, the home of the Doctor and Susan, was first mentioned in the so-called The Pilot episode, where it was explicitly mentioned as the origin of the characters. In the televised episode, the line is less specific. The first and second Doctor's eras contain several vague allusions to the Doctor's home, typically inferring that he and Susan were simply humans or humanoids from another planet, until the Time Lord backstory was fully established in the serial The War Games, and developed significantly in the third Doctor's era and beyond. Since then, despite the Doctor having numerous origins being an accepted and oft-mentioned part of the character's backstory, the origin has been very rarely referenced, with the only two references to it outside of the first and second Doctor's eras being the BBC 8th Doctor Adventures novels Unnatural History and Escape Velocity, though the planet was referenced in the Doctor Who Unbound audio drama Deadline, which isn't set in the main Doctor Who universe. Even then, only entertaining it as a possibility as opposed to directly confirming it as backstory. Other stories, such as the novelization of the Daleks, Doctor Who with an exciting adventure with the Daleks, usually play with the general idea, albeit a different take on it. One of Anthony Coburn's early scripts would have established that Susan had been a princess on her home planet, which would have been different than Doctor Who's world. Thereafter, Susan was envisioned as a fugitive from the Doctor's home planet. Coburn later altered the character to be the Doctor's granddaughter to avoid having a biologically unrelated female teenager traveling with an old man. Yeah, probably for the best. All things considered, you know what I mean? God damn it. Okay. In the 1964 Doctor Who televised serial The Censorites, Susan's description of her home planet was reminiscent of Venus, albeit with a science fiction spin. However, the planet cannot be Venus, as in Marco Polo, which is broadcast earlier in 1964, had Susan explicitly say that her home planet was as far away as a night star. However, Venus being the home planet of the Doctor and Susan was referenced to the 2003 Big Finish Unbound audio drama Deadline, although the story was set in a parallel universe where the Doctor was only fictional. Regardless, Susan's description of her home planet having orange skies at night with silver trees was later applied to Gallifrey, becoming part of the well-known design as seen in the post-2005 era of Doctor Who, although Gallifrey's skies were typically depicted as being orange, even during the day. In the unaired 1960s audio drama Journey into Time, starring Peter Cushing, that version of the Doctor mentions that his civilization was actually Earth, but 3,000 years in Mike's future, who came from the mid-20th century. As part of the Reconstruction series, a series of reenactments of 1960s Doctor Who scenes by the cast of An Adventure of Space and Time, including a recreation of the first set in the TARDIS theme from the 5th episode, including the dialogue where Susan tells Ian and Barbara of her and the Doctor's origins in the 49th century. A behind-the-scenes note on the second Doctor had this to say about his origin. He is the eternal fugitive with a horrifying fear of the past horrors he has endured. These horrors were experienced during the Galactic War and account for his flight from his home planet. Huh. It's interesting. I always liked the idea that the Doctor was running from something. Years later, in the episode of the official Doctor Who podcast dedicated to space babies and the Devil's Cord, presenter Shabazz Ali highlighted how Gallifrey wasn't named originally until 10 years later. It's very true. Using Nate's Tumblr as a source. I guess so. Let's take a look at another one, shall we? Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, don't you? Yeah, let's take a look at another one. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit slow today. I've got a headache now as well, and that's not fun. But let's spin the wheel again and bring some joy to the occasion. Let's see, Syl and the Alien Uprising. We can do that one. Thank you. Avian Uprising. Oh. Not Alien, Avian. Oh, thank you so much, my love. Thanks, babe. My best. Alright. Yeah, I'll put that in real quick. Awesome. Syl and the Avian Uprising. Yeah. let's take a look. Syl and the Alien Uprising, unproduced stage play. Syl and the Alien Uprising was a planned stage play written by Philip Martin, featuring the return of Nabil Shaban as Syl and Sophie Aldred as Mistress Na, set for release in autumn 2021. Oh my god. The stage play was produced by the Crime and Comedy Theatre Company, but the stage play never made it to the scripting stage due to the declining health and later death of Martin. However, the plot and characters were outlined, and theatre dates have been planned, and tickets have begun going on sale. Fucking hell. Oh no. Alright, I have a question for you guys, because you guys are the experts on this stuff. Do you think that there's enough stuff about Syl and his weird stuff that he's done outside of like TV Doctor Who to like justify doing a video about it? Because if there is, if you give me the judgment that there is, I will put it on the list of videos that I have to make. Yes? Okay. Okay. I'll put it on the list then. I'll do a Syl one. Hold on. Let me just put that on the to-do list real quick. Maybe a 5-minute. Yeah, I do. That's what I do. I do little 5-minute like lore videos, where like I go really deep on like one subject, basically. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. I've got one coming out when I finish it. It's the 5 Ninth Doctors. With more than 5 Ninth Doctors. I will talk about the leftist praxis. Don't worry. We will definitely get to see that. Okay. Syl video. All right, it's on my to-do list, guys. That means it's going to happen. Well done. Is the wiki video on the list? It is on the list, actually. That can be next, if you would like. If either of you would like to get into contact with me, I need to work out how I'm going to format it. But yeah, we can talk about that. Absolutely. I would love to do that and like shine some light on what's going on and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I know you guys like really want that too. It's just, I'll tell you what it is. The 5-ish Ninth Doctors is what I'm probably going to call it. Yes. That video has been like a white whale for some reason. For some reason, it's been so hard to like get that shit all together, and like I'm glad that I've finally like it's finally coming together and it's nice. I think you'll like it. I think you'll appreciate it. A video properly announcing and explaining the split. Yeah, I want to kind of like express what you guys' side of the story is, basically, because there doesn't seem to be any side of the story right now. But I mean, that we tried doing the fandom wiki thing. We tried doing the fucking Wikipedia thing on a fandom wiki, and it almost like destroyed the computer. Like, those sites are terrible. So yeah, tell me what happened, guys. Like when we're ready, and like you're in the Discord, so we can have a chat about it in the Discord if you want. Because I mean, this is going out publicly. You know what I mean? So so think carefully about that. But yeah, I'd be happy to be the mouthpiece for that. If some like bad shit happened, if like people were being awful, I'm more than happy to like call that out. I always think the community should like do a better job than it does of like policing toxic people. So if there were like toxic people that were involved or whatever, like just let me know. Like I'll help. You know what I mean? I'm here to help. That's all I've ever wanted to do. Right. And also make you laugh, which I guess helps. The stage play was produced. The year... Oh, I'll read that in a second. The year is 2386 and Earth is being invaded by the planet Crowday, giant crow-like beasts seeking revenge for the evils done to their kind. But the invasion is only possible because the Crowday have been sold the secrets of space-time travel. But by whom? Intergalactic entrepreneur Syl and co-conspirator Mistress Na stand accused of betraying humanity and enabling the Crowday to invade Earth and rule the planet themselves. Sounds great. It's not as much toxicity as uselessness. Oh, okay. That's fair. There's plenty of useless people as well. Oh, dear. There were toxic / unpleasant people, although the biggest thing was just the corporate of it all. Yeah, I'm really interested to like hear about it and stuff. And like, I depending on what I hear, depending on what I like hear about you guys is going to depend on like how I frame it when I make the video. But I mean, for the minimum end is going to be like why I only use this wiki, because like this wiki's great. I don't know. I think if this wiki was like the fandom wikis, like I don't think I would be able to run the show the way that I do. And I love running this show. Running this show is like a highlight of my week every single week. The fact that like it does pretty well is just a bonus. Like, I don't know, I enjoy doing this. Honestly, if it was up to me, I would just run this like 3 times a week. It's always such a good time. Yeah, let's see. I don't think getting it... We'll talk about it at some point. Don't worry about it right now. We're doing a show. We're doing a show right now. We're doing Tardis Wiki Roulette. It just seems like a very complicated situation I know nothing about. He's the uncle who doesn't show up at reunions anymore. And no one minds. Okay. Yeah, let's spin a wheel. I would like to spin a wheel now, guys. I think I'm gonna spin a wheel. Aristide, like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's spin a wheel. Alan is lonely. We can't have that. We can't have Alan being lonely, you know what I mean? TardisWiki. Oh, God. Okay. Let's take a look. Woo! I am not even going to attempt that. I know my limits, and I have found my limits. What the fuck? It's your job to make a wheel called Alan DWU at some... Yes, it is! Yes, it is! Make this channel canon! Do it! Fucking do it! Okay. Make my lifetime. Do it. Oh, God. Right. TARDIS... Yes! Yes, do it! Do it, Xavier! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Be the hero that we deserve! Be the hero that we deserve. Okay. By one account, one TARDIS police box exterior design was used by the first Doctor, taking the form of a red telephone box. Other accounts indicated it to have a different exterior design at the time, more akin to the standard police box, blue in colour. The design appeared as a red telephone box with a pair of doors with glass windows leading into the control room. Above the doors, the design bore a symbol resembling a royal cipher with the letters ER, along with the words police telephone. There's a ton of Bible lore, Alan lore. There is actually a ton of Alan lore. Somehow already. Oh, God. god, you guys are the best. Oh dear. The exterior appeared to be in use when the first Doctor encountered Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright on Barnes Common, and they, along with the Doctor's granddaughter Susan, wound up in an adventure on Skaro. Jiku Daiketo? Is that how you say it? What is this? I need to know now, because I'm like super curious. Like, what is this? Well, Japanese culture is obsessed with generic British aesthetics, and the red phone box is recognizable sells book. Are you telling me that in like Japan in the 60s, Doctor Who traveled around in a red telephone box? Are you telling me that? Why does he look like a serial killer? Oh my god. Oh my god. He looks like the sleep paralysis demon I saw when I had pneumonia. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh dear. This is pretty interesting. Oh, there's an audio of it too. Girl, you're too fat to get in the window. There's no way for you to get in there and be comfy, Elizabeth. There you go. Sorry, that was my cat. Anyway. Well, this is a fucking minefield. I'm looking at this, and there's other versions of it. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like it would be fun to do a video about like Doctor Who in other countries. Like different localizations of Doctor Who. I think that would be a fun thing to do a video about. Damn, the subpage tab doesn't like that long title. Yeah. Yeah, true enough. Fantastic. Okay, we really need pages on the DW in other languages. That's true. I just think it's interesting to look at, like, it's like the little changes that you make, you know what I mean, when you translate things over. You know, like how the Doctor's father was an average warrior but a brilliant scientist, like stuff like that. Right, let's look at the wheel again, and I think we should spin it again. I think that would be a fun thing to do right now, don't you? Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. I think the wheel should be spun. Please do look at the Daleks on the Japanese cover, please. Okay, you're saying please. Aha! Ha! Ha! Hang on. Hang on. I've got you, my wonderful people. One second. No! No, not like that. Like this. Oh, no. Oh, no, now everything's fucked. Oh, yay. Okay. Look at these bad Larrys right here. Look at these guys. Is that Darth Vader? What the fuck is this? The man with the cape is William Hart. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh dear. It's really good, guys. It's really good. It's a really good thing that just happened. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. I'm really glad I got to see that, guys. Oh dear. Right. Let's spin the wheel again. I would personally become a loyal servant of Moffat for a day. Imagine if they put one of these guys in Asylum. I know! I know! Bastian Phelps. Bastian Phelps! Bastian Phelps! I don't know what happened to me there. Who knows? Who dares to dream? I am sad that the Cushing Dalek didn't appear on screen during The Magician's Apprentice / The Wishes Familiar. Me too. Me too. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bastian Phelps was a 1-year-old toddler who lived at the Phelps household in an article on the front page of the 11th of February 1963 edition of the Daily Mirror. Bastian, who was 1 year old, was said to have been sued £2,000 for reckless driving, or rather reckless cycling, after he struck Liberty Davis, who was a maid in the Phelps household, with a tricycle on. That's fucking great. It's really good. Alright, next one. Next entry. Let's do this. Right, you ready? You ready to spin the wheel? Let's spin the wheel. I think we should spin the wheel. Do you think we should spin the wheel? Shut up, Ryan. Just spin the wheel. What? Lamppost! I'm scared, because this is going to have something to do with the war in fucking heaven, isn't it? Maestro's sibling manga. Right. Because every culture, the same way that every culture creates music, like across all of the universe, every like alien race creates music. Every alien race also creates big titty anime girls. It's just a fun fact for you all. That's canon in the Doctor Who universe. And if it isn't, then one of you should make it. Alright, lamppost. Lampposts, also called lampposts, were silver metal poles with fluorescent lights placed under a curve at the top and were used to illuminate streets. They were an updated version of the gaslight lanterns used in the 19th century. According to a joke book which the Doctor and Yaz became trapped within, the second Doctor and Jamie once visited a moon base, which Jamie thought was incredible as he could jump higher than a lamppost. The Doctor remarked that he should think so, as lampposts couldn't jump. I love those two so much. Yeah, you do! Where is the image of Lindy walking into a lamppost? You fools. Oh, that would have been great. Gallifreyan anime must suck ass. I know! I know, it would be terrible. Can you imagine? Alright, let's let's go. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Mystery Shack! Mystery Shack! Mystery Shack! It's a Mystery Shack! Yeah, it's a Mystery Shack. In case you didn't know, keep up! We are a very, very intellectual and very proper show here at Tardis Wiki Roulette. This is a very serious show. This is a show, right? Yeah. And we deal with very serious issues here. We take things very seriously here. I like to take things very seriously. Can't you tell that I like to take things very seriously? Things like hay fever and toothaches and headaches. I take those all super seriously. Alright, let's go. A mystery shack was a shack located in the Gravity Falls forest within which Dipper, Mabel, and Stan Pines were once present. While the three were present, the 10th Doctor clapped the roof of the building with a TARDIS, leading Dipper and Mabel to scream. The TARDIS was then piloted inside the shack, leaving the trio in a state of shock as the... Isn't Gravity Falls like a show? Isn't it like a kid's show? Is that it? Am I missing something here? It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Plum Pudding, hello! Wagwan. Let's see. I'm opening up the Gravity Falls wiki. Oh, that's that show! With those characters. Oh, yes. Those beloved characters. Now let's get this filth off our screens. By which I mean the fandom wiki, not the show, which I have not seen and cannot speak to its quality. Although it's probably pretty good. Because most animated shows for kids are like pretty good nowadays. So when is your computer going to explode? It's pretty hot now. I think I managed to get it off fandom before like the fucking ads started playing. Gravity Falls is extremely good. Okay, cool. I might watch it one day. Who knows? I couldn't make it past the first episode. Oh, so I have two very extreme like opinions here. That's fun. I'll probably like it then. I like shows that make people angry. Oh dear. It was one of those Disney shows that the creator had to fight over. Oh, I love those! I love shows where it's just like a fucking fight behind the scenes. They always turn out so fucking great. They usually turn out so fucking great. There's cases where that's not the case. Alright, let's take a look. I think we should spin the wheel again. Right, yeah, let's do this again. Tea time! What is tea time? Let's find out. Oh, by the way, slight announcement. By the way, while I have you all here, my lovely family, real quick thing. I might be able to do Fridays soon as like a streaming day, and if I can do a Fridays as like a streaming day, would you like another Wiki Roulette? Like, would you just like another TARDIS show, like this one, like this exact show? Just a question, because I like doing these. These are fun. They're not like too much, and I know my fucking computer can handle them. You know what I'm saying? Sure. All right. Cool. Friday nights have Doctor Who right now, albeit later, so that's not great. Yeah, I know, but it has it on at like fucking midnight. Think about it. Has it on at midnight, you get your Wiki Roulette in before you watch your Doctor Who. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm sizzling? But after the episode stopped airing, yeah. Gravity Falls has a good amount of that, but then we develop a story arc and character development and stuff. Cool. No Way is Ram Ranch, something I can't wait to find out what that is. Okay, let's do this. Meowsicles! Alright, I'm putting on Meowsicles now. We will find it shortly. There you go. Meowsicles. Meowsicles was a resident of Reality Zero. Spray paint depicting Meowsicles' face was present on the side of a container on the shore of an island. Meowsicles is a character from Oh, I see why this one's on there. Alright, I'll put Tea Time on. You're all screaming at me. I'm doing it. It's fine. It's fine! We're all good. What? What the fuck is going on in the chat? What is going on? Even the mods confused, guys. All right. We're going on in the chat. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough then. Tea Time, misconstrued by Ace as Tea Time, was Castellan Casmus's name for a particular point in history where it would become appropriate for a Time Lord to use their power to manipulate time itself directly with thought alone, which they were otherwise sworn never to use at scale. In one version of history, Casmus's prophecy came to pass when the 7th Doctor destroyed General Tanis and himself on Salisbury Plain, leaving Ace to carry on the legacy of the Time Lords for a new age where humans' destiny would be left in their own hands. A Gallifreyan prophecy known around the time of the Doctor's birth foretold that Tanis would pose a threat to Gallifrey in its future. Lama mentioned him to Ulysses, Saldemar, Penelope Gate, and Marnell, among other threatening entities. She said that Gallifrey must survive Tanis' attack to ensure that the planet would be destroyed at its proper time. One Time Lord would be central to defeating Tanis' attack and all the other threats. Is it the Doctor? Is it the Doctor? It's the Doctor. What a surprise. In a later state of history, which had been plagued by temporal distortions where most of the Time Lords had already been killed following a conflict centered around Mykan Island, Castellan Casmus oversaw the imminence of tea time. After the 7th Doctor's companion and pupil Ace was separated from him on an adventure, he rescued her and took her to his own planet, where he set her on the path to becoming a Time Lord in her own right, giving her a series of lessons and taking her before the Kingmaker to be granted authority as a Time Lord and usage of a TARDIS. Before dying, he explained his view to Tanis that the age of the Time Lords was over, and they were ill-fitting relics of an earlier era of the universe. My time has come, but so has yours. Don't you see? You're the antique. The age of extremes is at an end. We're relics of a chaotic time, where the skies were unexplored and monsters roamed. Now you look to the sky, and every star has a name. The great discoveries of this planet have been made. The great swings of good and evil are over. The new age will be one of balance. You can't see it. Poor Tanis. For a Time Lord, you're so limited. The first Minister of Chance also had a series of prophetic dreams, which he felt foretold something ominous, sensing that something unnerving, something terrible was about to happen. However, he was unable to discern their meaning. When asked the Seventh Doctor if he had any such dreams, the Doctor claimed otherwise, even though he previously had a highly specific prophetic dream in which he foresaw the death of Antimony at the hands of Tanis, as would soon occur before a helpless Doctor, shortly before the Doctor's final confrontation with Tanis. Although I don't think the one version of convenience in having a plethora of options is chill, but they shouldn't restrict your options to force you into the model. What? I looked away for a second and this happened. I know, the insanity. This is fun. This is getting a video. Absolutely. I'm going to write that one down, actually. On my to-do list. Because I got a to-do list. Because I'm so organized. I am an adult. I have a phone bill. And student debt. And depression. But it's okay, because I've got Tardis Wiki Roulette. Which makes everything okay. Don't forget that the minister... Yeah, fuck it is, isn't it? Oh dear. Alright. I know, I have so many to cover, guys. What time does Doctor Who like go out on Fridays in the UK? What time does it go out? Death Comes to Time is probably quite good, but young me had such a vendetta against it for being an ending to Doctor Who. I hated the thing. Why are you streaming at 10 PM? Why aren't you streaming at 10 PM? What do you mean? I always stream like around this time. Unless there was like a rollover. I don't know. Anyway, I can't answer that question, you see. No one can answer that question but God. It's bedtime for you. You're all still here though, aren't you? Alright, let's spin the wheel, yeah? Only 5:30. All right, let's go. Yeah. Susan from a town called Mercy. My favorite horse, because horses are wonderful people. I love horses. Horses are great. Love a good horse. Do you really think the Seventh Doctor could just die? Well said, honestly. Alright. Susan, a town called Mercy. Susan, known as the Preacher to Joshua, was the Preacher's horse in Mercy, Nevada in 1870. According to the 11th Doctor, the horse preferred the name Susan and wanted the Preacher to respect his life choice. You tried. You fucking tried. Tried so fucking hard, man. God damn it. Fucking Matt Smith, Doctor Who. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? My goodness. Let's take a look. Who's... Oh! That makes fucking sense, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Mr. fucking used being transgender as a metaphor for being untrustworthy in fucking Torchwood. You tit, Toby Whithouse. Toby Yikes Whithouse. It's transphobia all the way down. God damn it. Well, not here. I will always promise that. Greeks bearing gifts also had an out-and-out turf as the script editor. And, you know, I mean, Chris Chibnall was the showrunner, and, I mean, you can't really say all of those were accidents, can you? I mean, a lot of people do. I think it's funny that the defense with all of those weird, like, conservative moments in that era of Doctor Who are like, no, Chris Chibnall isn't a conservative. He's just an idiot who doesn't understand politics and just has a fucking baby brain. Like, that's literally the only defense you can make. And I would like to think that's not true, because he seems like a pretty cool dude, and he seems pretty chill. Maybe he's just a little bit fucking right-wing. I don't know. Right, a town called Mercy. The fucking horse, man. Poor Susan. He is too chill for politics, if you say so. He makes, like, very, very hard-line political statements in his episodes. They're just really stupid and ill thought out. In a vacuum, I think Susan the horse could be defended, but give Toby Whitehouse his track record. Whitehouse, yeah, and I mean, this is the thing, is like, I mean, if we're gonna give Toby Whitehouse like 2 strikes, which I mean I agree with because they're both pretty fucking egregious, then you have to look at my man's like track record. Yeah, I don't think it can. I think it's pretty clear. Oh, there's a behind the scene. There's someone is an editor throwing shade. Let's take a look. Through the horse's life choices are vague and open to multiple interpretations. Many fans interpreted this line as meaning Susan is transgender and identifies as female. Many see this in part because of the Doctor's use of he/him pronouns as transphobic. In the real world, trans women tend to use she/her pronouns in line with their gender identity, and referring to a woman as he would indeed be misgendering. Toby Whithouse, who wrote A Town Called Mercy, also made a passing reference to a trans person in another of his scripts. Greek's bear. Yes! Yes! Hold his feet to the fucking coals, editor! I love this! Greeks bearing gifts. Jack Hartness speaks of his friend who disappeared for a while. He comes back and we've got to start calling him Vanessa. I tell you what, this is my new fucking favourite moment of the stream, because this is the moment when I realised that you guys are my fucking people, man. Fuck all this shit. I wrote this behind the scenes back when I was pretty much the only trans editor. Czech made me dial it down. Well, fuck that. Fuck no, mad respect for like being fucking real. I don't know. It's important to like hold these people accountable when they fuck up. No, I'm mad respect, and I'm glad that you're able to join us and have fun here. Yeah, I say be as harsh as you want, and I'll fucking read it. I'll fucking read it on the show. I don't care. Yeah, if you guys get more creative freedom, this is the other thing too. Like, you know, in terms of the split and whatever, if you guys get more creative freedom to be as TardisWiki Wiki as you can possibly be, how is that a fucking bad thing exactly? Like, wonderful. Wonderful. It's all about gems like this, and this is like, I feel like this is the first real diamond we found in the TardisWiki Wiki Roulette. This is wonderful. Nice work, Soho. Nice work. Right, let's do another one, shall we? Boom, boom, boom. Well done. Still in awe. Woo, trans wiki editors. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, happy Pride Month to everyone, by the way, as well. I missed what it was. Let me check what it was real quick. Mission, find Lilith. I know it's Pride Month because I get loads of shorts of people being like, well, I think Pride is a sin, actually. Oh, God. Yay, pink money capitalism. I know. 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 But you gotta pick your battles. That's always my belief. You know what I mean? Just let the liberals have this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta read the notes section in particular. I will. I promise that I will. What was it again? Mission, find Lilith. Okay. I can buy gay socks now for an exorbitant price. Yes, you can. You can indeed. Oh dear. Do you like The Boys? Have you seen The Boys? I fucking love The Boys. That's what that reminds me of. Oh god. I kind of want the gay socks, but I shan't and can't afford it anyway. Well, I mean, here's a tip. Like, get some, like, paint, and then get some white socks, and then, like, tie-dye those white socks. And then you have gay socks that are bespoke. Because you made them yourself. Hey! LGBT plus socks sound like... Yeah, they do. They do. They do. I fucking love The Boys. Isabella of Pride Month. Yes! Yes, it is. Did you see the woke company tracker and how it said that Lockheed and Martin? Oh, dear. Remember to kiss your homies goodnight tonight. I always do, man. I never forget to. Oh. There's a Doctor Who reference in The Boys. Goody! I'm glad there is. Oh dear. Alright. Mission, find Lilith. Am I like misspelling it or something? Let me check. If I'm doing this wrong. Am I doing this wrong? There is indeed. Oh no, what is it? What is the true spelling? Guys, help me. I'm not going all the way back down the chat. There's like a fucking 1,000 messages now. What's the true spelling of this? You're misspelling webcast. Oh! Well, I'm fucking sorry. Nope. Still nothing. Lilith has only one L. Yeah! See, that's the relevant shit. That's that good. That's that good that gets us to the articles. Where we can suck out all the juices. Pig money is a term for exploiting queer people as a market under capitalism. They realize they could make a lot of money by pretending to be queer friendly and by selling rainbow merch. Yeah. True enough. And that's a PSA for all of you folks at home. Now, personally, I think that there are other battles that I would rather dedicate myself to fighting, so I'm just like, whatever. You know what I mean? That comes down when the rest of capitalism comes down. I'm usually, in case, I don't know how many of you follow me on Twitter, but I personally dedicate most of my energy fighting the good fight to getting into shouting matches with Nazis so that other people don't have to. Missing the dab term shouldn't be a problem. It's Lilith. Found it. We good. Let's take a looky look. Mission Find Lilith was the 9th installment in the Hellscape series, released on 8th of November 2023 by BB. Oh, I think. Oh yeah. Okay. Written by and starring Trevor Spencer, the web video crossed over with Probe by featuring Giles, played by BBV's owner Bill Baggs. I know we covered this before. I swear we've covered this. Yeah, Lilith and a guy. We've covered this before. But last time this wasn't here. Oh my goodness. Giles was a technology expert at PROBE before joining at some point before 2014. He was second in command of the organization, being told that he would become the boss if anything happened to Liz Shaw. After Liz Shaw decided to retire to marry Patsy, Giles took over as director. Giles seemed to keep his full name a secret. He signed his name Giles X on Probe documentation, but introduced himself in his video diaries as Probe Director Giles. He claimed that most details about him were protected by the Official Secrets Act. Alright, fancy lad. This page is about the story. My dude, I will read it. Okay, I'll read it. Fine. Alright, plot. Here we go, plot. You're very welcome. Always aim to please. Lucifer has returned to Earth for... Skipping to notes then. As Lucifer is shown to travel in Babylon in other sources not covered by the wiki, it is therefore unclear how Lucifer travelled to Earth if Babylon was being held hostage. This story was marketed as the 7th installment of the Hellscape series. This, however, makes little sense for two reasons. The first is that this was officially the 7th release in the second series of Hellscape. However, only 2 other stories have been officially released in said series. Secondly, this story wasn't even the 7th release overall. It was the 9th release. This episode was released via BBV Productions, while later webcasts in the same sub-series is released through Trevor Spencer's own company, Mixed D Bloods. Oh god. We're back, we're still here. I'm still here, guys. Give it a second. Okay, it should be good now. We should be in, damn it, so close to the good stuff. I'm here. I will wait. I will wait. I haven't heard a complete syllable in at least a minute now. Oh no. Give it a second. I will patiently wait here and I will finish this article. And then I will ask you another question about Friday. And then we will do one more article. My wonderful people. Oh, it's just the audio that's screwed up for me now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I think we should be alright now though. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's very odd. Okay. So, production errors. The web video evidently had a small budget, leading to a large number of production errors. The video seems to have been edited on TikTok itself, with Spencer being clearly edited into the video while the green screen tool as the perspective and lighting does not match the background. Spencer himself makes a number of errors with his dialogue, going to say one thing before correcting himself. The audio is also muffled, as well as including music that drowns out the audio track. The widescreen aspect ratio has also been placed under 2 letterboxes to fit the portrait video profile of TikTok. There is also a goof with the shot continuity, as in the close-up shot of Giles, he begins to walk before it cuts back to the long shot, but in said long shot, Giles is still standing still. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's so good. Absolutely wonderful. The web video evidently had a small budget, leading to a large number of production errors. The video seems to have been edited on TikTok itself. I read that bit. I'm an idiot. Anyway, that was pretty good. That was pretty fun. So yeah, I was gonna say on Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Here's what I'm thinking. What did I miss? I might be doing Wiki Roulette streams on Fridays as well. That's what you missed. I'm thinking I could do them a little bit earlier. I could do them like an hour earlier. When did Ryan die? I cannot die. I am immortal. I am indestructible, as every single one of my enemies has found out when they tried to strike at me with their slings and arrows and cracked upon my mighty chests. So, let's do another article. Pro Thinky God. Yes, actually. That's just a joke. I'm actually horribly insecure. That's why I have a Doctor Who YouTube channel, don't you know? Ryan has multiple chests, good to know. I do! That is in fact canon. Yes. Right, let's spin the wheel. Fleet of alien monsters attempted destruction of Earth. Oh, that's wonderful. That's canon. Someone on Twitter said so. It's perfect. Oh dear. Let's take a look at what this one has to offer. It's loading now, peeps. Oh. Interesting. Alright. A fleet of alien monsters once attempted to cause the destruction of Earth, with the legendary Legion hoping to avert this fate. With it, the fleet of alien monsters threatened the Earth with total annihilation. Doctor Who used the TARDIS to collect various individuals from Earth's history in order to face this threat, forming the legendary Legion, hoping to save the Earth from a horrible fate. Oh dear. They're just Cybermen? Oh, it's like every monster? Jesus Christ. Oh dear. It's insane. Let's look at the fleet of alien monsters. Alright, we're back. We can do this. Okay. The fleet was made up of Cybermen, Ice Warriors, Yeti, Daffodil Men, Autons, Silurians, Sontarans, Sensorites, Mechanoids, Axons, Sea Devils, Daemons, Omega, and his Cell Guards, Draconians, the Spiders of Metabelis, the Giant Robot, Wirren, Zygons, Davros, and Ogrons. The multi-chested spinner of Alan. Tremble before my mighty thorax. Okay, let's yeah. That was a nice conclusion to Tardis Wiki Roulette. It's always a pleasure, guys. Make sure to join the fucking Discord if you haven't already. We want to see you there. And I will be back on Thursday with another piece of content. Until then, I should probably get the live thing up and actually work out how to close the stream. Yeah. Bye. Oh dear. Goodbye, everyone. I'm going now. Goodbye. Bye, Dragon. Bye all. We'll probably be chilling in the Discord if people want to chat. I'm quite happy to do that. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty fun. Anyway.